I don't know if this is the name of the town or of this farm, but here they have some of the historical implements. This little plow, which probably in its day was a pretty impressive little piece of equipment. Small wheeled, probably one horse, but it could do a job that would be very brutal for one person. I don't know what this would be. The man would hold it from the behind here with the handles. And maybe it was a seed punch or something like that. There's a pretty little stream. And this is all new. That's the house where the implements were. And there's this very nice walkway all down through here, plus this new bridge. And here's the other side. And the man that does the lumber work, one of at least two you can hear off to my right. Here we are at the little town of, I think, Lires or Lire, where the lady I had dinner at my table last night will spend her night, making a 2-day trip out of it from here to Finisterre. And she has done the trip twice this year. I mean, the whole enchilada from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago to here twice. Not hard to see why this is a pretty little town. It's first access to the ocean coming south, at least on the Camino trail. So this is the Ria de Lires, and some kind of a church thing over there, at least the cemetery for it. I think the church is right to my right. But this would be a pretty place to hang out for several weeks if you had some reason to do so. That's my problem. It's a very pretty place. But what do you do? And I think this is perhaps the church from which the cemetery is filled. These fountains no longer potable water. This little fellow was standing along the fence, so I couldn't help but grab him some of the sweet grass from over on this side of the fence and make his day a little bit happier. Hiking through these replanted forests and these narrow rock-walled pathways is cool and pretty, refreshing, and yikes, here comes a vehicle. Well, there are apparently two that make enough noise, so I'll let them go by. The dust settle down. I just met again a Korean man that I had met before and walked out of Ponferrada with early in the morning, and he had told me he had a son going to school in the United States, and today he informed me with great pleasure when I referred to his son and wished his son good luck also, that his son 3 days ago had gotten his doctorate degree in mathematics from the American University, whichever one it was, and he was very proud and happy for his son. So he and I both shared the pleasure of his son's success and his success. So we are getting closer to the ocean. Now whether we'll actually get down and walk along or above it near the coastline, I don't know. That's what I hoped for, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Well, a little bit of optimism. This is the sign for Fisterra. I assume it's the same route that we should take. Here's their sign sitting on the corner, but no arrows. You just have to presume. But there's an arrow here that someone fortunately put here with an M, and it shows a curve coming from this direction so that we can take it on. It's the yellow arrow, people, that do the job. I've seen these before, but they're so startlingly beautiful. It's hard to pass them up. Nice view from this house up the coast. There's a small lumber operation. That's what they turned that timber into, saving all the sawdust. That first operation cleans off all the bark, I'm guessing. Machine squirts it out the other side without the bark, without most of it. And it rolls on down there for the cutting. Assuming I took the correct road, which I think I did. Here we're coming to another chunk of water that's counterintuitively to my left, as opposed to something on my right, like there's a spit up there that hooks around from the mainland I've been following. Hooks around to the left. He knows right where to go. Just doing his job. The fog's rolling in to soon obliterate the sun for a while. So I'm lucky I had this much of today. My shoelace broke and I had to fix that a moment ago. This is supposed to be a map, I think. But anyway, so this is the port at Finisterre, the end of the world. That looks like a huge breakwater there to protect those boats. And the port at large, and that may be a fishing boat over there. This is the roundabout at the port, and otherwise it's mainly just a whole bunch of restaurants right here, serving principally food of the sea. So here I've walked down a block plus on the waterfront away from the tourist intense Porto, and here I find a restaurant with a menu dia, ensalada russa, and pollo horno, which is chicken something or other, I don't know what it'll be, and for 10 euros. So, and I don't have anybody else to bother me here, so this is very nice. Cheapskates win again. Here the cook is about ready to do the feeding of the seagulls ritual by throwing all the scraps out for them, or something she's going to do. There she goes. There they go. So just consider, I get up at 5:30, hike 20 miles across the countryside of northern Spain, occasionally seeing the ocean, end up here in the middle of the afternoon, have my hostel arranged, and then sit here and have lunch, all on a Monday. What would you be doing in either Jackson or Arizona on this Monday? It's interesting to look intimately inside one of these really old skiffs. Imagine the work it's done. This one needs to be really patched. You can see that probably got lots of water leaking right straight through there. It's probably out just for that reason. Maybe to be fixed. But think of the work it's done. This boat looks like it's being completely reworked. Huh. It has nice lines for a small, perhaps powerful work. We're now at the end of the world. the way for the Camino de Santiago. This is not really part of the Camino de Santiago. It's just been added over the centuries. I don't know exactly when. This is really good for the environment. Probably similar to leaving a stone everywhere. As you can see, they still do there. Some people leave their shoes, which is a little bit more responsible, to symbolize the leaving of their sins on this journey. I think it was 1,000 or 2,000 years before the period of Columbus when they believed that this was the end of it. And, the Muslims or the Arabs were well aware that the earth was round. I think Socrates and his crowd was also, from measuring. Here's the foolishness going on right now. Man, this is the lighthouse that protects this part of the coast. The modern version of the VW in Europe van, Image and Dream.